Well, welcome to another episode of Soul Food Sundays. My name is Keita. Thank you for joining me. Right off the bat, I got a story for y'all. um, I went to the grocery store. As much as I loathe going to the grocery store, I will literally most times I order mine through what's called click list. Order it the day before. They give you a time to pick it up the next day. Like, I hate going in the fucking grocery store. But I ran out of water. I ran out of bottled water. I don't do tap. So I pretty much was in a crisis and had to go to the store. So I'm literally pouting. If you ever seen that meme where the little boy sitting at the table and he throw a fit, that was me in the car. Like, damn, bro. I don't want to go in the store. So once I got over myself and went in the store, I'm walking down the aisle. I forgot what I was looking for. Oh, I picked up some agave, and I'm walking down the aisle, and they started playing Casanova by Levert. And baby, when I tell you I love me some Gerald Levert, listen, I love me some Gerald Levert. So they were playing Casanova, and I was struggling to contain myself because that's my jam. And so I'm doing me a little bop, and I'm like, oh, Lord, why they do this to me? I don't know, Casanova. Me and Romeo ain't never been friends. Y'all, I almost hit like the MC Hammer and the Roger Rabbit and some more shit. Plus, I had my pre-workout in me still going strong. Listen. So I said what I said out loud, and this lady was like, you know what? That song remind me of my ex, and every time it come on, I try not to go down memory lane, because this show remind me of an ex. That was like his favorite song. I was like, listen, I absolutely positively love me some Gerald Levert, therefore love me some Levert. And don't get me started on some OJs. Like, it's the Levert family for me. So me and her, we standing there talking. Somehow, we ended up talking about how people always tell her, well, her family always tell her she should have like a YouTube channel or something. And I was telling her, no, I told her that I have a YouTube channel. And she was like, people always say me I should start one because for one, I like to talk, and two, the things that I like to talk about. But they also say maybe I shouldn't because I'm so outspoken, and the shit that I be saying would definitely get me kicked off or blocked or whatever. And I was like, psh, I say do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's people that need to hear your perspective. There are people who don't think like you think and need you to be the one to help them to see things differently, or they think like you think and they see things from your perspective and need to have more conviction about it by saying that there are other people who view things the way that they do. And she was talking about like politics and police brutality and things like that. And y'all, me and this lady stood on this aisle and talked for I know like 20 minutes. Now here I am, stanky, legs wobbly because I'm tired. I done been to the gym and got a full workout in and sat in the sauna. Whole 9 yards. Didn't feel like being in there. Do not like the grocery store. I repeat, I do not like the grocery store. But we were having the most interesting conversation, and I looked up and I saw that we were on aisle 13. 13 being the number of divine femininity. And I knew in that moment that the point of me being there talking to her in that moment was for me to encourage her from one divine feminine energy to another to start that YouTube channel. And because she had a lot to say, honey, she did most of the talking. I kept on inching toward the end of that aisle, and she was steady talking, honey. She was talking about how she cooked for her cats and her dog, but don't cook for her man. She was talking about how she bakes but doesn't like to cook. She was talking about storage wars, and I enjoyed it. I just was stanky and tired. But I say all of that, and I share this story with you just to emphasize how important it is that you pay attention to numbers and synchronicities, that you be receptive to how they come, that you be mindful of how you entertain people. Because I could have blew that lady off or had an attitude, or not been open to talk to her, or been walking around with a frown on my face, and you know what I'm saying, and I would have missed all of that. And so it, like, damn near everything I experienced from moment to moment was a very teachable moment. And I definitely was obedient and encouraged her to start that channel. You know, we've been talking about needing to answer the call and step out there on faith to do what it is that you're being called to do. And I intuited, standing there talking to her, that was her calling. And so I'm hoping that you all will glean from that experience and be more mindful of the signs and synchronicities around you. If you noticing something weird or something stands out to you, or you're seeing it on the regular and you don't know what it means, baby, Google. Is a whole monster out here. We have no excuse for not knowing things. We're in the information age. Information is at our fingertips. You have to use your discernment and your intuition to know whether to trust this information, because not all of it is coming from reliable sources. But that's where your intuition kicks in, because the more you build that muscle and learn to trust your intuition, you'll start to be sure when things come up for you. My intuition, when I thought it couldn't get any stronger, is like the fucking Hulk these days. If I tell you something, and this is from the least egoic place in me, if I tell you I got an intuitive nudge about something, you could bet the house on it. You can empty your bank account on what I'm saying and give it a minute to come to fruition, or prove itself, or affirm that what I'm saying is right, because it has already come to pass. That's how strong my intuition has gotten, especially here lately. But to be honest, I've always been extremely intuitive. I just didn't even know what the fuck an intuition was. My friends just used to be like, yo, bro, you psychic. And I was like, I just be knowing shit. And a lot of it, I just chalked it up to his common sense. But when I think back, it really wasn't. So, anywho, last Sunday, we talked about needing to tap into that good moon energy, to tap into our intuition, and to follow the moon cycles as repressed emotions come up for us that need to be healed and expressed. And so I'm sure we got a new moon coming up, but right now I can't even think of the date. Let me see. When is the next new moon, and what sign is it in? Because I think we got another one at the end of July. Told you, Google is your best friend. All you gotta do is look it up. July 28th, there is a new moon. This thing is not showing what sign it's in, so we're gonna look that up too. I've always been a researcher. Like, I'm not gonna sit around and be ignorant and not know shit that I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look it up. That's why I got a house full of books, and I keep my phone in my hand looking up something, watching something, or learning something. I'm very much a lifelong learner. The fact that y'all are watching me, listening to me, tells me that you're possibly a lifelong learner too. Let's see, new moon in July. Sign. It is bringing unexpected opportunities and sudden change. And it is it a Leo? Child, they giving me the full rundown. And I just want, it's the new moon in Leo. Oh my God. When I tell you that's some creative energy, like if you don't tap into that energy, because new moons are great for manifesting, if you don't tap into that creative energy of Leo, honey, tap into that lioness energy leading up to Lion's Gate, the 8-8 portal. We're going to talk about that some more, but today we're going to pull from the Moonology manifestation oracle cards. We're also going to pull from the original Moonology deck, since we got all this moon energy coming up. And then we're going to pull from the archetype cards, because that just so happens to be one of my favorite decks, and I'm feeling pulled and led to pull from that deck this week also. So first, we'll pull from the original Moonology deck, the OG. So Father God, Mother Earth, ancestors, and spirit guides, what message do you have for the collective at this time as it relates to this new moon that's coming up on July 28th? Spirit, what message do you have for the collective? We thank you in advance before the message even comes forward for the seed that you are planting in our minds, hearts, and souls at this time. What message do you have for the collective? Oh my goodness. Okay. I can tell you right now, you're being called to show up and show out. Being called out of the closet. Being called to shine and show that lioness energy, like I just said. Because I'm already seeing the card at the bottom of the deck. And that card is show the world the real you. So as I pick up all these cards that fell on the floor, I am channeling just how much what we've been going through has this initiation we've been talking about, this emotional upheaval and whatnot that we've been experiencing has been helping us to lay the foundation for preparing to show the world the real us, the full moon in Aquarius card. Because there's some things about us that have changed, and there's some people who don't accept it, who can't get with it, that don't agree with it, who have something negative to say, or they act like they into it. They act like they down or they understand, but you could tell about how they look when you say certain things, or how they get quiet when you mention certain things, or what they come back with. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that who you have evolved to be makes them uncomfortable, be it their own ignorance, or that they just simply disagree, or they benefited from who you were when you didn't know what you now know. But whatever the case, you're being told to be bold and fearless and diligent about who you now are, the perspective that you now have, the calling that you have now accepted. Let's see what the rest of these cards is. And it's 4 of them that fell. That foundation that's being laid. 4s are all about building a strong foundation or having security and stability. So we have here, you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. We just had an influx of Cancer energy. And that Cancer energy is mothering and nurturing. So no matter what is going on with you, you're being encouraged, you're being reminded, you're being confirmed that you and your loved ones are safe. The move that you're needing to make, you're safe. The fear that you have around making that move or showing up as that person, saying that thing, doing that thing, those things, committing to whatever it is you're being called to commit to, it's safe for you to do it. Your ancestors and spirit guides, your spirit team, and the people who God has encamped around you in this earth to be a part of your soul family, they got your back. You will not fall without them catching you. If you stumble, they're going to help you get your footing and get back on your feet. But you're safe. Whatever makes you feel unsafe, it's an illusion created by your inner child wounds or your shadows, created by past heartbreaks and letdowns and disappointments, created by your ignorance. But one thing about illusion, you might have been in ignorance, but once you get that clarity, there's a whole sense of accountability that comes with it. When you know better, you do better. So do better and know that you and your loved ones are safe. Because nothing is yet set in stone. This speaks to you having a choice. Nothing's set in stone. Now you can choose to answer your calling, or you can choose to reap the karma of not doing so. Because nothing is set in stone. As you can see on this card, there are waves here. You can choose to swim with the tide, go in the direction that you are led, or you can choose to stay on the shore, afraid of jumping out there to be who you were created to be and show the world the real you. But there's a choice to be made, which speaks to that judge card that we had last Sunday. Because you are the judge. You know, the judge makes the final decision, honey. If the judge say 2 years, 2 years. If the judge say probation, it's going to be probation. The judge makes the final call. But their job, even though we know some of them are unethical and act out of integrity, some of them lack integrity. They have some big shoes to fill. And instead they allow their ego, the matrix and materialism, their discriminatory practices to help them make a decision that is not honorable, a decision that is not harmonious, and a decision that's not based on the truth, because that's justice. That's when justice is served. So it doesn't always go that way because we have corrupt people in those positions. But you are the judge of your own life. And you are needing to make some decisions, some final decisions. Because nothing is yet set in stone. And how shit turn out depends on how you handle it going forward. This is a time of healing for you, baby. We're going to talk about both of these cards together. This is a time of healing for you because you're needing to heal those feelings of unworthiness. You are good enough, this card says. A time for healing. You are good enough. Listen. Why is somebody at my door? Hold on. I ain't expecting nobody but Amazon. The Amazon. That's a person. The fuck? Child, it had to be Amazon because I don't even see nobody at the door. I don't play that popping up. Anywho, you are good enough. You are worthy. You're healing that lack consciousness. You're healing that poverty consciousness. You're healing that part deep down within you in your shadows that would make you feel like you're not worthy of showing up in the world as who you truly are. You're not worthy of pursuing your dreams and desires. That you're not worthy of overcoming your fears. Or that you're not worthy of healing. You're not worthy of traveling the world and living out your life's dreams and desires. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be whole. You deserve to be healed. And that is the message that is coming through loud and clear from the Moonology card. So the only thing left to do with this deck is to see what card is at the top of the deck. Which is look at the bigger picture. Yo, first of all, these cards are speaking to your upper chakras. You got the heart chakra represented with this green and this full moon and Virgo card. You are good enough. This a time for healing card is giving out straight crown chakra, third eye energy. The blues in this card here are giving me throat chakra and crown chakra here, because nothing is yet in stone, and it's dependent on how you use your crown chakra and your throat chakra to set things in motion for yourself going forward. So there's some conversations to be had, and there's some channeling to be heeded to. There's some instruction coming forward from the Most High and the spirit team through the crown chakra, your ancestors and your angels and your guardians telling you what moves to make. And you're needing to heed to them, and then you're needing to use your throat chakra to move things into action. And then you got this blue here with you and your loved ones are safe, because those are the ancestors watching over you, nurturing you, not only you, but your dreams, because that's a part of who you are, your desires. That's a part of who you are. That's what motivates you to get out the bed every morning and put one foot in front of the other, because you needed to look at the bigger picture with this card, with all of this magenta representing the crown chakra. The crown chakra, the star chakra. The star chakra, the soul star chakra is what it's called, my bad, y'all. The soul star chakra is represented by the color magenta. It is the chakra that is right above the crown chakra. And that chakra points to your Akashic records, your life purpose. Because at the end of the day, we trip on a lot of mediocre shit that has nothing to do with our life purpose. We trip over the minuscule, small things when we're needing to look at the bigger picture. You are here for a divine purpose. You have a mission to carry out. And it was written in the stars long before you came down the birth canal. So tap into that soul star chakra so that you're better able to see into it and know your life purpose, to see into it and know what the bigger picture looks like, so that you can better align with that. So, I ain't feel like we need to pull the manifestation cards. We just gonna pull from the archetypes, cause that was a lot. Y'all done got dessert, an entree, an appetizer, soup, salad, all that, bread. The Moonology came on with it. Can always count on the OG. So Spirit, please clarify this message with the archetype cards. What archetype are we needing to embody and tap into? Baby, y'all with this falling on the floor. Ooh, I'm loving how the bottom of the deck keeps showing up like immediately. We got the Father card. So we're needing to tap into that Father attribute. Because if you are a man and you desire to be a father, maybe you're being called to position yourself as such. Even before, parenting start before you plant that seed. You put yourself in a position to be a good father. Or maybe you need to tend to some father issues, some father wounds. Maybe this is speaking to a feminine energy who's needing to tap into her divine masculine energy to father and plant a seed to bring forth a goal. But you're needing to father something, meaning you're needing to step in and provide and protect something. Because the light attribute of the Father is a talent for creating and supporting life. A positive guiding light within a tribal unit. If that's not the energy that you're embodying, you're needing to assess, damn, how do I show up as a talent for creating and supporting life? How do I serve as a positive guiding light within a tribal unit? If you don't, you needed to explore why you don't and how you can. The Virgin. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. If you like me, after you've gone through what you've gone through up to this point with this initiation, honey, you feel like a new woman or a new man. You feel reborn, like you starting all over again, like you never been touched. Like you're relearning and building from the ground up who you are. That's that virgin energy. Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid, because for many of us, that's what it is. We didn't just come down the birth canal, and we've had sexual experiences at this point, so it's not about that. But it's that energy of coming out of a period of abstinence, or what's the word I'm looking for? Celibacy. And having done the work to maintain purity of heart and spirit. That cleansing, that healing, that gives you that feeling of worthiness. I love this energy. The femme fatale highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Listen, the femme fatale comes through and does not play. Have y'all seen like those sexy hero women in movies like La Femme Nikita, or what's that damn movie, Laura Croft, a Catwoman type of archetype? That's that energy. I'm sexy and I will whoop your ass. It's that energy. Tapping into your goddess energy, whether you are a man or a woman, to nurture yourself inside and out, and also stand up for yourself. Stand your ground. Open your heart when your dependencies are rejected. Tap into your erotic zones. Allow yourself to explore tantra and other sexual healing arts. Allow yourself to learn about how to connect and use your sexual energies. It's a dope message, y'all. What's at the bottom of the deck? We've been talking about that goddess energy. That's exactly what that femme fatale is talking about, honey. That man or woman, I'm every woman. What a lot of men tend to not understand is that until you heal, appreciate, tap into and express your divine feminine energy, you will never feel whole. That's a part of your integration. As long as you walk around thinking that women are some hole that you can dump your seed into and get temporary gratification and healing, that we are responsible for cooking your meals and folding your clothes and being your stand-in mama, that we are to breastfeed you and support you and root for you and cheerlead for you and nurture you, and to listen to your problems and all of the many roles that goddesses feel. As long as you continue to think that that's all we are, you will continue to not show up in this world whole and healed. Because the only way, as a masculine energy, that you will appreciate the fullness of a woman is to explore the many ways you are just like one. To explore the many ways that you have feminine energy that deserves to be cultivated within you. So at the top of the deck, we have bully. But it's the light attribute. And it's a cloud blowing a gust of wind. So it's not that shadow attribute of being abusive verbally or physically, and allowing your fears to govern how you move and treat people. But it's the light attribute that highlights your tendency to intimidate others, and it helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Those are the things that we are facing so that we can show the world the real us. What is it within you that's bullying you? And I promise you, if it's something within you internally that's bullying you, there's an external bully as well. So someone around you may possibly be using their power or authority in your life, be it a supervisor, a friend, a partner, or a companion, a parent, maybe using their authority in order to get you to do what it is that they want you to do. or that benefits them. But this energy that you're in, the more you come to love yourself, you're going to see where the lack from other people is in your life. And your tolerance for it is going to get real thin. Real thin. And you're needing to understand that it's not that you're not worthy. They're intimidated and bothered and trying to hold you under their thumb because they see where you are worthy. So it's coming from that bully energy. And 9 times out of 10, if you've experienced that, you've been a bully somewhere too, you bullying somebody. If somebody's bullying you, you're possibly bullying someone. But it's going from that energy to the energy of the companion. Attracting those relationships or that relationship in your life where loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness takes center stage. It's at the core of your relationships because you've learned to have that for yourself. Loyalty, we all claim, is a big deal to us until it's time to be loyal. Tenacity is something we all claim to have. We got the eye of the tiger. We strong, we mighty. We got the strength and the power and the speed and all that good stuff to withstand the test of time in our relationships and our dealings with others until it comes time to show it. Nobody wants to admit that they're unselfish, that they're selfish. How often do people really admit their selfishness? We all think we give it in kind and that we're reciprocal. But this energy is calling you to be that for real, for real. And to get in alignment with that. Therefore, attracting people who reciprocate loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. And that's be it a companion in one other person or several. One thing I want to point out about this card, honey, you got 2 feminine energies here holding the same bouquet of flowers. Meaning, these are 2 feminine energies here who connect based on being healed and whole, knowing and appreciating what feminine energy brings to the table and look like, what it even exists for. The woman is God, honey. Whether you guys want to believe that or not, God is a creator. The closest thing to that in this life is that of a woman, the creatrix. And you got these 2 women here enjoying the beauty, the simple things in life together. They're not fighting over this bouquet of flowers, this gift from Mother Gaia. They're sharing it. They're enjoying one another, and they're enjoying the fruits of the earth. That's what we meant to do, y'all. And we're better able to do it once we get through all of these roadblocks and illusions and fears that keep us stagnant and paralyzed, or showing up as a bully toward others and trying to control every situation and scenario because we're scared to let go and trust God. We're scared to let go and let God. So I hope this message found y'all well. If it didn't find you well, honey, I hope that it leaves you well. And with that being said, peace.